There you go. There's a rivet attached. So there you have it. Now when I want to take off one end, you can see it's elasticated, it's not going to fall off. It's quite secure on there. So to attach this with the plastic weld, I'm going to buff off some of the paint so we can get a nice adherence to the surface there. Okay, now mix up a little bit of glue. I'm going to use a generous amount. No one's going to see this part. I do want it to stick quite well. Okay, everything's dry now. The glue is set. The elastic's in. As you can see, it's quite tight. If it's a little loose, just do this. Just wind it up like you would a rubber band on an airplane. That can make it tighter. Now what I've done is, because I'm going to attach this with these nice big rivets, I've drilled 4 holes and made a template. And to make the template, let's see, I did my template. Okay. To make the template, I very simply cut a piece of paper to the exact size of the back mount. Then take a, doesn't have to be a rivet, but any sharp object, and just punched where the holes are. Okay. Now you must remember too that this is the top, so when you put this template on your belt to drill the holes, make sure that it faces that way, with this being up and this being the front, so we don't get any confusion. Otherwise, if your holes aren't exactly where they should be, you're going to have a little trouble aligning it up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill the holes in my template to match up with the holes on the O2 tank. So remove the template. And if my theory is correct, hopefully these holes should line up perfectly with the holes on the back here. And they do. Now all I need to do is put the rivets in. Once again, making sure I've got it the right way up. Okay. So here we have the main torso and the utility belt that we did in the previous episode, and now it has the O2 tank securely attached. Now the reason I used the rivets instead of the Velcro is because I didn't want it to fall off accidentally, especially in a crowd at a convention, and not notice that it had. So the rivets are going to hold it on there securely. Also, adding the elastic between the end caps has made it more utility. I can pop the cap off and not worry about it falling on the floor. Put whatever I find inside it and then seal it back up. No problem. Now that's quite easy to do now. I'm not sure how easy it will be once I've got my full armour on. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how much utility it really does have. So following the instructions is quite easy. The mylar is a little bit difficult. Make sure when you attach your mylar that the joint is at the back of the O2 tank, because it can be hard to line up all the way around. I also had a little bit of difficulty in trying to find the paint. It suggests using a Rust-Oleum grey hard hat industrial coating. Now I couldn't find this anywhere I went, so I did what it suggests here, is take your decals down to the local paint store and match them up as best you can. Now what I found with my kit was a Rust-Oleum product. It's number 7786 and the colour is smoke grey. That matched up my decals really close. Of course, depending on where you get your decals from, if you get them from the internet or they come with this kit or another kit, you may have to find a different colour paint. So take your decals down to the local paint store and see what you can get that is close as possible. Now I will be changing the O2 tank for later on down the line when I make my new utility belt out of the white painted leather. And one really cool idea that I saw was that the O2 tank, you rivet money clips to the back of it and then it clips onto the belt. I thought that was a great idea, so I'm going to save that idea for when I do my custom belt. Now apart from that, like I said, it was a pretty simple project to do and it really does add some nice detail to the overall appearance of the armour. So till the next episode, have fun putting your armour together and take care.